Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Storytime Fun. I dedicate this next book to my grandson, Tender Denver Dude. Today's story is a Sesame Street story called My Adventures with Elmo and Friends. Rise and shine on Sesame Street. Rise and shine, the sun is coming up. It was a beautiful day with blue skies and fluffy white clouds. On Sesame Street, little monsters and birds and grouches were out and about, enjoying the early morning sunshine. Denver lived not far from Sesame Street in Victoria. Elmo and Denver were having a sleepover at Elmo's house. Rise and shine, Elmo, called Denver softly. Let's go out and play, said Elmo as he jumped out of bed. Sure, Elmo. I would love to go outside and play with you. Then we can go to Hooper's store for breakfast. Gaga, Ethan, and Tamo will be there too, Denver replied. Maybe our friends will come out with us too, Elmo said. It was a glorious day on Sesame Street. In the street outside Elmo's house, the garbage collectors were emptying the garbage cans. This was Oscar's favorite time of day. He wakes up early to watch the garbage collectors, and he loves to join in by banging in on the cans as they're carried by. Bang those cans, yelled Oscar. That's it, boys. Crash 'em, clank 'em. Will Oscar come out to play with Elmo and Denver? Asked Elmo. Nah, I'm busy, and it's too nice out. Now scram, replied Oscar. Further down the street, they saw the Count. He was up early too, delivering newspapers. Rise and shine, everyone! It's a wonderful day for counting. 1 newspaper, 2 newspapers, 3 newspapers. As Elmo and Denver walked past Bert and Ernie's house, they heard a trumpet playing. Elmo called through their open bedroom window. Ernie, Bert, want to come to play with Elmo and Denver? Ernie was trying to wake up his buddy Bert, who was trying still to sleep. Hi, Elmo. Hi, Denver. Sorry, we can't come out just now, Ernie said. Bert is still sleeping. Okay, said Elmo, but he was disappointed. Don't worry, Elmo. We'll still have fun, just the 2 of us, Denver said. When they got to Big Bird's house, they heard singing and splashing. La 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 la. Big Bird sang as he splashed in his morning bath with some friends. Hey, Big Bird, want to come outside and play? Asked Elmo. Gee, I'd love to, Elmo, but I promised I'd help my friend Henry to look after his baby brother, replied Big Bird. Oh, okay. Have fun, Big Bird, called Elmo. As Elmo and Denver turned the corner, they saw Harry Monster running towards them. Harry Monster, called Elmo. Want to come and play with Elmo and Denver? Must finish my run, but I'll see you at Hooper's for breakfast, replied Harry Monster, huffing and puffing as he jogged past them. Come on, Elmo, I'll race you to the park, said Denver. But when they passed by the bakery, they stopped. In the window, there were yummy cookies. Yummy in the tummy. And cakes, and the smell of the freshly baked bread wafted out through the door. Elmo is hungry now. Elmo thinks it is time for breakfast, he said, breathing deeply. Denver agreed. Okay, Elmo, let's go for breakfast now. When they got to Hooper's store, it was already filled with happy monsters and grouches. There was Benny the bellhop and baby Natasha and her mommy and daddy. Harry Monster was there too. Hey, Elmo! Hey, Denver! Called Harry Monster cheerfully. Come and join us! Elmo and Denver were very happy to see all their friends. After breakfast, they all went outside to play. After all, it was a beautiful day on Sesame Street, and all the monsters and the birds and the grouches had come out to play. Elmo's Talent Show. Elmo loves music. One day he decided to hold a talent show. The theme would be feelings. Elmo invited all the Sesame Street gang to perform as the show was about to start. Elmo peeped out from behind the curtain and announced, "Oh, welcome! Oh, welcome to our little play. We're ever so glad you could join us today. We are going to sing about feelings. And so, please open the curtain and on with the show." Elmo asked Denver to be his special helper. His job was to organize the performers and open and close the curtains. Gaga, Ethan, and Tamo were also backstage. They were helping the Sesame Street gang get ready for their performances. At last, Denver opened the curtain, and Elmo and Harry Monster danced on to center stage and sang, "We are two furry monsters, one red, one blue. We can count up to 20 and tie our own shoes. We can sing oh so sweetly, or our shouts very loud. Have you guessed how we feel? We're both feeling proud." Next, it was Mumford the magician's turn to weave his magic. "Mumford's my name, many tricks I perform. I pull rabbits from hats, I can make a rainstorm, a la peanut butter sandwiches." He waved his magic wand, and suddenly there were 5 large, white, fluffy rabbits hopping around on the stage. "Good heavens! My rabbits are extra large sized! It's snowing, not raining. Even I feel surprised." Denver quickly closed the curtains. Gaga, Ethan, and Tamo caught the rabbits before they could escape. Grover, Bert, and Ernie and their friends were next to perform, and they began their song. "Pizza and ice cream, a pet little pet fish. My warmy fuzzy blankie, my favorite dish. Cute furry kitties and honey on a toast. These things are all nice, but I love my mommy most." The curtain closed, and it was time for intermission. Cookie Monster had baked some cookies, and he invited everyone on stage to join him. In a very loud voice, he announced, "Here's a big plate of cookies, all gooey and sweet. With big chocolate chips, it's time for us to eat. When me have some cookies, that makes me feel glad. But when the plate's empty, maybe just 1 or 2 to see how they taste. Delicious. Gobble, 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 gobble. Me feel very sad." Cookie Monster ate most of the cookies. It was time for the show to begin again, and Denver opened the curtains once more. Oscar was at center stage, and he was beating a very loud tune on his drum. Bert and Ernie also came on and performed amazing tricks with their kite and ball. Bert spun the ball on his finger and bounced it between his legs, while Ernie's kite danced and weaved gracefully above the audience. Big Bird sat to one side of the stage and began telling the story. "When Oscar's up late, makes too much noise. When people at the playgroup will not share their toys. When my birdseed pancakes turn out to be lumpy, I sit in a corner and feel really grumpy. But now I am happy to call on Bert to dance for you, announced Big Bird. Bert was dressed in baggy brown pants with suspenders. He sang as he danced across the stage. To show you my feeling, I'll do a short dance. Now I feel embarrassed in polka dot pants. Poor Bert, he exclaimed as he ran off the stage. Denver closed the curtains. Soon Elmo's show drew to a close, and he called on all his friends to gather on stage for a final song. When we're feeling happy, we stand on our heads. And when we dance all around, we jump on our beds. We sing tra-la-la-la-la, and we laugh ho-ho-ho-ho-ho. When we're feeling happy, we let the whole world know. Then Elmo made a special announcement. Elmo hope you have enjoyed Elmo's talent show. Elmo would like to thank everyone for helping and performing. Elmo would especially like to thank his friend Denver, who is celebrating his birthday today, he announced. Yes, it is Denver's special day. Prairie Dawn sat down at the piano and everyone started singing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Denver. Happy birthday to you. Hip, hip, hooray! Yay! What a great way to spend his birthday, surrounded by the Sesame Street gang and Gaga, Ethan, and Tamo. Sleep tight, Sesame Street. Elmo was playing a game of monster tag with his friends in the park late one afternoon. They were having lots of fun. All too soon, the sun started going down, and it was time to go home. It was almost bedtime for little monsters. On his way home, Elmo saw his friend Denver outside his house in Victoria. Denver was talking to Little Bird, who was getting ready for bed. Splish, splash! Little Bird shook his feathers in his warm bath. Hi, Denver. Want to come sleep over at Elmo's? Asked Elmo. That will be fun. Wait while I ask my mommy, replied Denver. Soon Denver came out carrying his overnight bag. Good night, Little Bird, called Denver. Sleep tight, Little Bird, said Elmo. As they continued on their way to Elmo's house, they walked by Harry Monster and Flossie's house. Flossie wasn't sleepy yet, so Harry and Flossie did toe touches. 7, 8, 9, 10, panted Harry Monster. Are you getting sleepy, Flossie? She shook her head. Good night, Harry, waved Elmo. Sleep tight, Elmo, called Flossie. A little further on, Elmo and Denver came across Oscar. He was reading his book, Mother Grouch Rhymes. Little boy Grouch, come blow your kazoo. Take a mud bath and eat anchovy stew. He closed his book. It was getting too dark to read now, and Oscar was a sleepy grouch. Sleep tight, Oscar, called Elmo and Denver. Yucky dreams, said Oscar as he settled into his garbage can for the night. Oh, look! Big Bird is already tucked up in his bed with Radar, his teddy bear. Hope Big Bird has a good night, said Elmo. Thank you, Elmo, replied Big Bird. I must do one last thing before I go to sleep. Then Big Bird started to sing a lullaby. Rocket-bye radar, snug in my nest. Time for us both to lie down and rest. Sleep tight, little bear, sings Big Bird. Hello, Elmo. Hey, Denver, called Ernie from his window as he, too, was preparing for bed. In Ernie's window box, sleepy Twiddlebugs snuggled under their leaf blankets. Denver is coming to Elmo's house for a sleepover, said Elmo. That's nice, replied Ernie. Have a good time. Good night, Ernie. Sleep tight, little Twiddlebugs, said Elmo. Everything was quiet on Sesame Street. Monsters and birds and grouches and Twiddlebugs slept soundly in their beds. By now, Elmo and Denver were also tucked up safely in their beds. Good night, Elmo. Thank you for inviting me to your house, said Denver. Sleep tight, Denver. Sweet dreams. Tomorrow, Elmo and Denver will go to the park again and play with all our friends, replied Elmo sleepily. Well, that's it for today. See you next time.